Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, or as I like to say, whenever it is that you are watching this presentation. I hope you're having a good day. My name is Guillermo Badenes, and today we're going to briefly present Neil Bartlett's 2016 play Stella, posing a number of questions that I hope you find interesting, and we're going to discuss certain features of queer drama that may apply to this play so that you can read the play in a context or with a context that may help you better understand what it is that Bartlett did. So, Jill Dolan is a scholar who theorizes on the audience's response to witnessing displays of sexuality on stage and explores the formation of queer sex and desire and love in the theater. Now, when I say displays of sexuality, I do not mean explicit displays of sexuality or the sexual act, but rather displays of characters that have non-traditional, if you will, sexual orientations. Right? The author starts by challenging mainstream expectations when seeing a play, that is, by questioning the position that many have of understanding heterosexuality as normal. As the fifth point here, we see that queer drama challenges heteronormative mores. Dolan focuses on the strategies that queer productions have, and I quote, "Theatre created from a consciously LGBTQ perspective ascribes politics to how it is produced as well as its content and form." Let us remember that LGBTQ stands for lesbian, gay, bisexual, transsexual, and queer in general as an umbrella term for these and other forms of non-traditional sexuality. So back to Dolan. Her ideas entail that queer theatre has a political agenda that shapes its plot or its staging. Which in turn would imply mindful decisions on the part of everyone involved in the dramatic event, that is, the playwright, the director, the actors, and the crew. Such synergy, then, makes the staging of queer drama a collaborative effort. That is our point number two, much in tune with other cooperative participations or the inclusive nature of other gay right enterprises. So it is clear here then that queer theater has a political agenda. Now, you have watched an interview to Neil Bartlett where he points out that, and I quote, "Stella is asking herself the same questions that we are all asking ourselves." End quote. What are those questions, I ask you? How does Bartlett want us to commune with Stella? Now, abandoning transgression, that is, of forms, of plots, of representations, and the like, would mark the death of the political intent of drama, of queer drama, that is, because queer drama is supposed to be transgressive. That's our point number three here, always. Transgressive in form, transgressive in content, transgressive in its characters, in its representations, and the like. So Dolan believes that, and I quote again, queer performance theorists reacted against realism's conservatism by championing postmodernist styles and genres that refuse to observe the conventions of fourth wall domesticity. So here, end quote, by the way. So we can see that a lot of queer drama is going to be postmodern. It is going to ascribe to certain features of postmodernist drama that we have studied in our class. So the fourth wall closes in the action on stage, detaching it from the audience, which would go against this idea of engagement in queer drama. So it represents the compromise of adhering, or it would represent closing in the fourth wall, the compromise of adhering to mainstream values and abandoning the political fight. So by contrast, Dolan sees a trend when it comes to complex identities shaped by sex, and she sees here a renewed political interest. Our point number 4 here is that queer drama should speak to you, regardless of your sexual orientation, because it is a theater of engagement, as I have said. Notice how playwright Bartlett, in the clip that you have watched, believes that the man on the stage, and I quote, has a very particular reason for needing to talk, and the only people there to talk to are the audience. So bear that in mind. Now, certain queer performances were underground, or have been underground, and they appeared in the 1960s and 70s, a time of great experimental forms in queer art in the 20th century. But since then, and with the development of queer theory, that is the body of theoretical ideas that help us better understand queer textualities, queer novels and plays and poetry and the like. So this queer theory has made it possible to sketch some general characteristics of queer drama, and they are the following: that queer drama offers alternative types of presentation, in the sense that it may be participatory, or it may engage audiences. It tends to break the fourth wall. Additionally, the settings where these performances tend to take place are non-traditional. The plot or stories presented disdain mainstream lifestyles, and their characters are generally colorful or confusing, in the sense that they may be androgynous, or that their gender may be unstable. You may find gender bending or cross-dressing or transvestism, which usually help us produce a sense of illusion. So in this sense, these performances constantly break the boundaries of the possible and offer nonconformity to mainstream values, as well as a rejection of traditional forms of dramatic discourse. And finally, queer drama usually embodies a certain despair due to a feeling of exclusion from mainstream society, and a paradoxical desire also to stay out of it, right? So, queer drama understands that sexualities may be multiple and unstable, shifting in form and in performativity. How, then, if at all, is it important to label Stella's sexuality? After all, she was a man and a cabaret performer and a drag queen and a woman, depending on the time of day. So, we can see that queer drama challenges heteronormative views, that is, the views that make you believe that heterosexuality is or should be the norm. Therefore, taking into account these ideas, how can we better understand this play? Is there instability of meaning? Think of who is coming to take Stella, as in one of the reviews that you will read after this presentation. Is it a taxi driver? Is it death? How do Ernest and Stella coexist? Them being the same person. What makes this drama piece political? And is there historiography or historical revisionism or historical retelling in this play? How is the recuperation of this person in history important, interesting, in this drama, but also to society at large? So think about this. I hope you enjoy reading the play, and we can discuss these ideas in the forum. Thank you very much. Have a good day.